Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and in today's video, we're gonna have a nightly special. I'm gonna drop a few videos, start up a discussion. T-Mobile announced some good things today, and then Sprint just announced that they're gonna, add 5,000 jobs, and that's good for the economy. It's good for Sprint. It's good for the United States overall. But as you can see here, it adds a lot of confusion because people are saying, well, Sprint just cut 2,500 jobs a few months back. Now they're adding them again. That's all they're pretty much doing. They're not necessarily adding 5,000 jobs. They just adding the 2,500 that they just, cut. So I'm sure those people who got those pink slips, they're probably furious that they're seeing this now that Sprint is adding those jobs back now. Now, this money is strictly coming from SoftBank. At 5,000 jobs, if you do the math, let's say the average salesperson makes 30,000 a year. That's close to like 150 million, which I don't think Sprint is able to fork that out right now. Just to add employees. So that money is strictly coming from SoftBank, which raises, another question to how is SoftBank able to just drop that money now? Before, in the past, when people were asking for money, where's money for the network upgrades to speed things up? SoftBank was saying, their banks are not allowing them to pour money back into the US. And now all of a sudden they're able to drop $50 billion back into it. So it just brings a lot of confusion to everybody. So I just wanted to start a combo in the comment section, seeing how you guys feel about it. Also, with this now, a lot of rumors are, coming to the surface again as far as a merger. So it's like, I don't know. The merger could happen. Hell, who knows? It could happen. We've seen crazier stuff happen in the past, but it just it just wouldn't make sense. It just from a money standpoint, all the debt that they had, the half still. If you combine T-Mobile and Sprint's debt, is crazy. T-Mobile is valued at like 98.4 billion. So asking prices are like analysts are saying that asking prices for T-Mobile is like 110 billion, which I don't think SoftBank has that kind of money to just say, hey, we're going to purchase T-Mobile and we're going to merge both companies. I don't think they have that kind of money. And on top of that, that would grow their overhead by a ton. Sprint has 30,000 employees. With this, it'll come out to 35,000, well, 3,200, something like that, 3,250, somewhere in that range, because they just cut 2,500 jobs. So it's like 32,500, somewhere around there. And T-Mobile has 50,000. That would almost equal like 82,500 jobs. That is a big overhead. So that would immediately mean loads of money that they would need to keep the operations running. And then, they need network upgrades, huge upgrades once because they have two different technologies. One is CDMA, one is GSM. So they got to figure out. I'm going to assume that CDMA will be, forgotten, and that they'll continue with GSM. But all that is going to take time and money. That is not going to happen overnight. So if you look at all the bits and pieces and combine them, it just looks like a big mess if they were to combine and merge. So I don't see that happening. Also, usually, if you look at the past mergers, usually bring either pink slips or it leads to no job growth. There had been a couple of companies that merged in the past, and it didn't lead to anything good. So a lot of people are skeptic and confused about it still. So, like I told you, I did some research over these past few days, some additional research, and somebody posted something and they said Sprint has 30,000 employees. How many will they have on March 31st, 2018? So that was kind of a specific date. So I'm wondering, does this guy have some info that we don't? So a lot of people are saying, it all depends on whether they take a run at T-Mobile again, and 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 that's when a lot of them are saying that, well, Sprint keeps adding and cutting jobs, so we won't know. you know, that's where the confusion comes up. But it's just, it's just what comes with the corporate greed. So you never know what could happen there, corporate America. So it's just, it's a tricky thing going into 2017. Network upgrades are ramping up. The wireless industry is just one big money pit. If SoftBank can, like, pour in $7 or $8 billion for network expansion, that would be ideal for Sprint right now, on top of their capex that they're already going to spend. But even if SoftBank gives them 10 billion, Sprint can do so much with that money. But if you think about it, it takes a lot of money to upgrade markets. Just for instance, just for an example, I was reading an article. Verizon had done upgrades to the New York Giants football stadium in New Jersey, East Rutherford. It cost Verizon 20 million just to upgrade that stadium. That's a ridiculous amount of money for just a football stadium. So can you imagine what an entire market costs, like a New York market, to upgrade and modify and add? That's ridiculous. That is just one big money pit. So definitely excited and looking forward to it. Things are going to change pretty rapidly and quick, I believe. These jobs are probably going to be added by the end of 2017. I want to say SoftBank is fully committed still, as you can see. Sprint is going to, actually, the Wells Fargo analysts have said that Sprint is going to, their quarterly earnings will get cut down a bit. I think they were supposed to add anywhere from 400 to 450,000 subscribers. Now it cut down to from 300 to 350,000. So that's a bit of a negative, but still adding is better than what they've, done in the past, and losing customers in millions. So that's definitely going to give another boost to the stock, give a little bit more confidence to the investors as well. So definitely stay tuned. It's gonna be a back and forth. It's gonna be crazy. So stay tuned to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. I'm probably gonna do a Q&A starting, soon. Every Friday I'll answer your questions, and we can get interactive like that, and we can keep moving forward into 2017 with knowledge, information, and we can go on like that. So I hope you guys have a happy new year. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.